Hello, guys. I'm Richard of Front 242, and I was asked to talk to you about the reason why I think we should all support our independent record shop like I do. Yes, I keep on buying vinyls, CDs, and most of my music is coming from those shops. And I believe it's much nicer and much important to go there than buying, for example, online, Amazon and all that shit. And I'm gonna give you a little example that will talk more than a long story. Of course, this is taking place a long time ago, well before the internet, and I was around 18, and I was going every Friday evening after work, and every Saturday trying to spend my money on buying records. And of course, I had kind of a relation with the people behind the desk where I was going. We were talking about music, talking about what we liked in music, the band we were sharing together and stuff. So the guy behind the counter would eventually know my taste, and would each time I would go there, he would tell me the new things that came in the shop, and I would probably be interested in. Well, before that, of course, I could talk to you about the memories I have when I bought those records, for example, in my independent record shop. This Cabaret Voltaire mix-up that was a big, huge influence on what I started to do later on, like this one from Gary Newman or DAF first album, of course, Unknown Pleasures from Joy Division, or Kraftwerk, Man Machine. You know, they were important, and I think that for each of those vinyls that I bought, I remember exactly the day and the interaction I had in the shop. I think also the record shop is a very cool place. Not only to buy music and discover new music, but also to make friends. I made a few friends in those shops, people that I still see today, that I met when I was 16, 17, because we were into a certain kind of music, and it would help us to make contact. And I think that's also something you would never get on the web. And again, I think that algorithms would never replace a person behind a desk. And I think that in independent record shop, you really got that service that you don't get anywhere else. And then the story I wanted to tell you, to give you a very good and strong example of the influence that independent record shop had in my life. Of course, I was buying all those vinyls, and one day the guy behind the desk, he said, "Well, I got a new single that came in that I'm pretty sure you would be interested. It's a small Belgian project, and this is their first single, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it." So yeah, he put the single on the turntable, and I fell in love right away with the sound and the energy of the record. And this is the single I'm talking about, which is actually the first Front 242 single. This is the backside. And called Principles, with the B-side Body to Body. I'll play you just the music in the background for a minute. And I came home with that single, and I would play that single like non-stop on my turntable. And eventually, a few weeks later, Jean-Luc, who's actually still the singer from 242, told me that he would start working with Patrick with Front 242 to start working on the second single, Human. And I was just mesmerized and said, "Yeah, that band is amazing. I just got the single for weeks now, turning on, and it's non-stop. And day and night I was talking about this to all my friends. It's amazing. It's a Belgian project. You should definitely pay attention to it." And that's how it starts. So can you imagine maybe if that guy in that shop didn't talk to me about this new single of this new Belgian project, Front 242, maybe when Jean-Luc would have come to my place and talked to me about Front 242, maybe it would have not have the same impact on me, but I knew the band because of the guy behind the counter, behind the desk in the record shop, and this is something that, again, algorithms or anyone even in supermarket will never replace. So now I got some music for you. We were supposed to start a new tour in 2020 in March called Black to Square One with 242, but because of the pandemic, of course, all the shows were canceled or postponed. And but before we were going on tour, we decided to make to record some music to be played before our show. So I did a mix, not like a DJ mix, but more like a old school, old fashioned radio show. And we decided that we needed three criterion, three aspects on the music we would play before the show. Of course, the number one, it would be electronic music, mostly created before 242 and by pioneers that we believe are pioneers. Of course, all the tracks would be tracks that the three of us, we like. And the third reason would have been that they would not be too excited. It would be more like calm music because it was before the show. So the idea was kind of, I don't want to talk about education, but the idea was to play some old music that we were listening to before we started to do music on our own and starting from 242. So what you're going to hear now, it's basically what we prepared actually to be played before our show. And we're still wondering today when that will happen. So I hope soon. So I hope you're all taking care of yourself. I hope that you think and believe that it's very important to support your independent record shop and go there. Those people are music lovers. They're not there to make money, even if they make a living out of it, but they're basically music lovers as you are. And I think it's very important to keep on going there instead of buying cheap, bad quality MP3 on the internet, or eventually buy your records in supermarket and big chain. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy the music that's going to be played for you now. And well, take good care of yourself and hope to see you on stage very soon.